What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. We have had Game Week 22 double Game Week announcements. Now, these have actually come sooner and earlier than we expected. We thought they would come next week, but we have had 4 fixtures added. We have 8 teams with a double Game Week in Game Week 22. So we will have a look at what those fixtures are, chip strategy. If we're not going to play a free hit, what we should do with our teams. Is there a chance to play a bench boost, a triple captain? We'll talk about that all during this video. My team at the moment is up on screen at the moment. I currently have 4 players with a double game week. De Gea, Reguilon, Son, and Cristiano Ronaldo all have a double game week, which means I have 7 starting players with a single game week. So Cancelo, Trent, Jota, Bernardo Silva, Bowen, Antonio, and Ollie Watkins. Now, I have 1 transfer and only 0.2 million in the bank. Now, we'll get on to whether I plan on free hitting or plan on just using my transfers in just a minute. But to get those double game week fixtures up on screen now, a massive shout out to FPL Olympian who supplied me with this graphic over on Twitter. So as you can see at the top, there are those 8 teams that have a double game week, and we have them ranked by the difficulty of their fixtures in the double game week. And then down at the bottom, we have all the single game week fixtures, again, ranked by the difficulty of their fixtures in game week 22. So Watford, Manchester United, Leicester, Burnley, Tottenham, Brighton, Chelsea, and Brentford all have a double game week. You can see the fixtures there. If they are in capitals, they are at home. If they are in non-capitals, then they are away from home. So Watford have 2 away fixtures, but they are good fixtures against Newcastle and Burnley. So the likes of you having Dennis and King in your team will be happy with those fixtures. Manchester United, those of us who maybe didn't get the points we wanted from our Manchester United assets in game week 21, they now have a double game week of away fixtures again against Aston Villa and Brentford. Leicester play Burnley and Tottenham. Burnley play Leicester and Watford. Tottenham play Arsenal and Leicester. Brighton play Crystal Palace and Chelsea. Chelsea play Manchester City and Brighton away from home. And Brentford play Liverpool away and Manchester United at home. So those are the double game weeks. And then, of course, we have the single game week fixtures where Liverpool play Brentford, West Ham play Leeds, and so on and so forth down the list. So this is what we know at the moment. But of course, we've got to think about, is this going to be the right time to be playing our free hit? Because there aren't as many doubles as maybe we expected. There was a chance that Liverpool got a double game week. There was a chance that Arsenal did, Everton and Newcastle as well. But those have not taken place. Everton, Newcastle, probably because they already have a double in game week 21. It is a lot of fixtures for them to be played. And given they don't have any Europe, it is much easier for them to rearrange these games. And Liverpool, Arsenal in the Cup got cancelled from round 1. So that is having to be played where the double game week in game week 22 would have been, which is why there is not going to be a double game week for either Liverpool or Arsenal. So we do just have 8 teams with a double game week. But now let's have a think about, should we be playing our free hit or should we just be making transfers? And are there better chances throughout the season to use the remainder of our FPL chips? So up on screen now, we have what we think are going to be the remaining double and blank game week of the season. So of course, double game week 22, we've had that confirmed. Double game week 26, which could be Liverpool. Now this is likely to be a small one, but the reason I've included this is it could be a double game week for Liverpool, which is a great chance to play your triple captain, because it could be Norwich at home and Leeds at home. A perfect triple captain for Mo Salah or Trent if you're feeling like you want to go a bit against the grain. I haven't included the blank game weeks in 24 and 25 for Chelsea and for their opponents because of the Club World Cup, but these are just one fixture, so they aren't included. Blank game week 27 caused by the final of the EFL Cup. Blank game week 30 caused by the 5th round of the FA Cup, which is likely to be the big blank game week of the season. And then double game week 36, the big double game week at the end of the season as they get rid of all the fixtures that have been postponed due to the Cup, due to COVID, anything like that. Of course, there is a chance that there are more double game weeks dotted throughout the season for the likes of Burnley, Everton, Newcastle, who have other games that they need to add into the fixture schedule as well. For me, the best chip strategy is probably as follows. I think you need to play free hit in game week 30 unless you use your wildcard very well. So free hit game week 30, bench boost game week 36, because that's likely to be the biggest double game week left that we have. I would probably save your triple captain and hope Liverpool get that great double game week in game week 26, which means that you've got either blank game week 27 or double game week 28 22 to play your second free hit. Now, that's completely up for you. At time of recording, I don't think I'm going to play it in game week 22 because I just don't like the doubles in game week 22 enough. Game week 27 could see blank fixtures for Liverpool, Arsenal, and then either the Chelsea versus Leicester game or the Tottenham versus Leeds game. So some highly owned assets could get blank game weeks in game week 27, which means it could be a great chance to play your free hit. So at the moment, my trip strategy is double game week 26 will be triple captain. I will free hit in game week 27. I will free hit in game week 30. I will wildcard between game week 30 and game week 36 to prepare my bench for my bench boost to be played in double game week 36. Of course, there could be other double game weeks which could help you play your chips elsewhere, your triple captain, your bench boost, but this is what we're pretty certain will happen between now and the end of the season. But of course, there could be other doubles and blanks as well. So if we go back to this, of course, you do have fixtures like West Ham at home to Leeds, Liverpool at home to Brentford, where the likes of Bowen, Antonio, Jota, Trent are all great options. But then I want to look at what fixtures and what players I might want to target for the double game week. Watford, of course, stands out. Newcastle and Burnley away. I don't have Dennis or King in my team at the moment. I think I will need one of them. However, I do have Watkins, Antonio, Ronaldo as my front three, so it's difficult to find space to fit them in. Manchester United, yes, they didn't look good against Wolves, but Wolves are a top side. I do like the idea still of an attacking and a defensive option, so either De Gea or one of the fullbacks, although it doesn't seem to be clear who is nailed in those positions yet. You could also go Ronaldo up front. I think he's most likely to get the most minutes, but do we want to keep him long term? Maybe not. Next down the list is Leicester. Now, they have Tottenham, but it is at home, and then Burnley away. I still think these are good fixtures for Leicester. There are injuries up front and African Cup of Nations, meaning they have a very weak forward line. But their midfield, the likes of Lookman, the likes of Harvey Barnes, who's coming back from injury, Maddison, Tielemans, could all be potentially good differentials for this game week. The only issue is Leicester have very difficult fixtures starting in game week 24, so you would have to look to move on your Leicester assets very quickly. Burnley have 2 home fixtures, but I don't want to go near Burnley at all. I don't like their assets and I don't like the way they're performing. We could have gone Cornet, but he's gone to the African Cup of Nations. Tottenham, again, it's an okay double at home to Arsenal, away to Leicester. It's not great. One of the likes of Harry Kane or Son, and then one of the defensive options I think will suffice. I'm not going to go buying heavily into them, especially if I'm not on free hit. If you're on free hit, you could dabble a bit more with Son and Kane and Reguilon, for example. But if I'm not on free hit, I don't think I want to invest that heavily. It's a tough double for Brighton. I don't think I'll be going there. Chelsea, I'm not sure I'll be buying them. If I was on a free hit, you could own them from a defensive point of view. But with the Club World Cup coming up for Chelsea in just a couple of game weeks' time, if you're not on free hit, it makes it very difficult to buy them. And it is a tough double, away to City and away to Brighton. And given they haven't kept many clean sheets recently, I think there are other options that I'd prefer. And then again, at the bottom of the pile, Brentford. I think it's safe to say I won't be going anywhere near Brentford with Liverpool and Manchester United in game week 22. So back to my team. Let's get my actual team back up on screen and see where I could bring in some of these potential double game week players, or if I'm just happy with some of those single game week players that I still have. First off, the clear thing is I have no Watford forwards. So King or Dennis. Now, I sold King going into game week 21 because I wanted to get Antonio in for his double, and I sold King. Now, I do think Dennis is likely the better option. However, we don't quite know why he went off at half-time in game week 21, so it's worth waiting and seeing what happens there. But I do think there's a chance that I sell Watkins to bring one of these guys in. However, they do have a difficult run of fixtures compared to Aston Villa from game week 23 onwards, where Aston Villa played the likes of Newcastle, Southampton and Everton in that run. So Watkins is a better pick long-term, so I have a decision to make there. I mentioned Manchester United, but I already have Ronaldo and De Gea. I mentioned Spurs as well, but I already have Son and Reguilon. So the only other team that I really think I'm missing is Leicester. But again, they have a very difficult fixture run starting in game week 24. Maddison is definitely one on my radar, and I do think Bernardo Silva to Maddison is another move that I could look to make this week. Now, if I did Bernardo Silva to Maddison and Watkins to Dennis, this would be a -4, but it would add 2 fixtures to my team, and I wouldn't be playing Bernardo Silva, who does have Chelsea in game week 22, and Watkins, who does have Manchester United. So that is my current plan. My very first thoughts and reaction to the game week 22 double will be that I will take out Bernardo Silva and Watkins and bring in Dennis and Maddison, but this is not confirmed. I may decide to play my free hit once I start tinkering with a draft. I will bring you a video on a potential double game week 22 draft very soon. If you have enjoyed and you do want to see more videos planning for the season, helping helping you get the best possible rank you can this season. Then make sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you get a reminder for all the videos, all the live streams we do as well. If you want a little bit more, consider joining as a member, either tier 1 or tier 2, where you get added into the group chat on Twitter where we can discuss these things as soon as they get announced. But I'll be back again with lots of videos. If I don't see you before then, good luck in Game Week 22, but I'll see you all again very soon.